Coronation Street David Platt rape, survivor insisted on including this harrowing detail. Coronation Street viewers were left horrified as they watched Josh Tucker drug and rape David Platt after they had been out for a drink together. Now, a male survivor has opened up about the one detail he insisted had to be included in the harrowing scene. Duncan Craig, CEO of Survivors Manchester, who has been working alongside the Coronation Street team on the storyline, revealed he wanted to open up the discussion on consent. Speaking exclusively to express.co.uk, he explained, "I wanted viewers to see was this whole big question of consent. There is something about the bit where Josh says to David, 'Shall we go bed?' and then David sort of mumbles something and the viewer we could hear something that was about not consenting. But Josh was either not hearing it or ignoring it. And then the way that there was that coercion and control from Josh, David falling onto the bed and quite clearly having that half recognition of what was kind of going on and half of a recognition of just being immobile. That was just so important." Duncan went on to add, "The whole conversation around consent we've still got to have. We've got to move beyond the idea that consent is a fixed point in time. So David consented to go back to Josh's. David didn't consent to taking GHB, David didn't consent to going to bed, David didn't consent to what happened to him." Opening up about the storyline, Duncan revealed that he had been working closely with Jack P. Shepherd, who stars as David Platt, and Ryan Clayton, who takes on the role of Josh Tucker. "I have been speaking to them for months," he said. "I think the first time that Jack and I had a conversation was about 4 or 5 months ago, when we spent a whole evening just talking about experiences and about the idea of what masculinity is and what David would be like. And then Ryan, exactly the same thing. I would say that I met Ryan about 2 or 3 months ago and we did exactly the same thing. Ryan came over to the offices a few times to go through other bits to try and understand the psychology behind offenders. It's been like an ongoing process. I know when they were filming, I know that conversations were had during filming with Sam, about doing things and tweaking that little bit and tweaking this little bit. In upcoming episodes, Josh will turn his attention to Aylan Azir, played by Sair Khan, as part of a horrific plan. Worried that David will report his sexual assault to the police, he decides to start a new relationship with Ayla so he has a cover story. David will left fearing for fellow Coronation Street resident Chesney Brown, Sam Ashton, when he hears Josh invite him over for lunch. Worrying Chesney will be Josh's next victim, he confronts the mechanic and warns him to stay away or he will report him to the police. But taunting the hairdresser, Josh laughs off his threat and claims the police will not believe him. He warns David that his report will seem less believable because he has a girlfriend. Could Alia fall for Josh or will David be able to warn her in time?